Any and all new subscribers, welcome. So, enjoy your lives, okay? If there ever comes a moment where you think to yourself, maybe we should consider what Danie likes for once, give me a call. Until then, bye. I'm not bothering you. And the only reason I brought y'all up is because I was being highly disrespected. So as I've said before, I'm here to make 2-3 videos a week. If you interrupt that process, you're gonna be in one of the videos, period. The more that y'all keep trying to come at me, you're only gonna make me attack harder. Please understand that. And I would do that to anybody who interrupts my process of making videos. And I'm trying to help people. What's up, you guys? So I'm feeling a bit to a lot better these past few days after I got some stuff off my chest, the family. I did what I had to do because I'm the one who's in my head and I'm the one that lives my life. And so I'm gonna do what I have to do for me in my life. I talk about any and everyone that I've met on my channel. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my experiences. So if you're watching my channel and you're getting triggered and offended, that's your problem, because I don't name anyone. If you find yourself in something I say or in a story, I'm probably not even talking about you. So get over yourself, you know? But in a particular case of me bringing up my siblings, the point of that was to address them specifically so that they understand, because they wouldn't listen any other way. Don't talk to me about blocking people, because you have multiple ways of getting hold of me, including in my comment section instead of by email, which is what old Nugget Head decided to do. You failed. Go regroup and gather the troops, because I sent y'all off packing one by one. I had to do that because you feed off of one another. And instead of just saying, you know, Miss Danie and wish she was around, you sit around and talk negatively about me and try to find one thing that you can to hurt me, when, as I've told you, I have a billion things to hurt people with. You shouldn't have to have someone throw your worst experience or one of your most traumatic experiences in your face to understand that that's not something you're supposed to do to people. Now, I don't want to continue in cultural norms that I don't want to be a part of. I don't want to have relationships with people who see nothing wrong with saying horrendous things to someone that's in their family, who's only shown a history and a pattern of loving and caring about them. That is why also I bring up the past. Okay, this is just a quick little note before I get into hypergamy stealers as a whole. And when I'm talking about hypergamy stealers, I'm talking general. Like, please stop inserting yourself and thinking that you're amazing and I'm thinking about you. I'm not. I'm gathering experience generally. I shouldn't have to explain my every process, but I want to live my life the way I want to live my life. I don't want people projecting onto me because of their feeling and sense of inadequacy that I'm doing something wrong simply because I'm living my life and it's not how they want or expect me to be living my life. And it doesn't validate them. The way I live my life is not going to validate you. Just like the way you live your life doesn't validate me. It doesn't do anything to me. It doesn't mean anything to me. So the way I live my life shouldn't do or mean anything to you. The reason I bring up the past is so that we can understand that I have a history and I have a pattern of giving love to a group of people who don't have a reciprocal pattern in history towards me. So that's why I bring up the multiple instances over the years where selfishness was on the table and people didn't speak to me for years. For a brother of mine to tell me, scream at me, because that's what they do. They scream what they think is going to be horrendous things at me. I'll never miss somebody that thinks that they're going to hurt me. So you see what I'm saying? I'm not y'all. I don't go back into the hood and look for people who I grew up with in foster care, who was beating my ass, who wasn't feeding me, who was making color purple jokes. I don't do that. I have no interest and desire in that. I have no interest in going and trying to find people who could have called me when I was a child, when they were adults, and got me out of a foster care situation that was rough, and hanging out with them now. That's not what I want to do. Ever, never, no, no, no. I don't want to worry about having my car get broken into because I'm on some side street that I don't need to be on. That's literally happened. So enjoy your lives, okay? If there ever comes a moment where you think to yourself, maybe we should consider what Danie likes for once, give me a call. Until then, bye. I'm not bothering you. And the only reason I brought y'all up is because I was being highly disrespected. So as I've said before, I'm here to make 2-3 videos a week. If you interrupt that process, you're gonna be in one of the videos. Period. The more that y'all keep trying to come at me, you're only gonna make me attack harder. Please understand that. And I would do that to anybody who interrupts my process of making videos when I'm trying to help people. So, I kid you guys not, literally right after I made that last video, my other younger brother calls me and he's like, we need to talk. I want you guys to understand like what's happening. I have a medical condition that I have no control over, and they want to throw that in my face. There's nothing that they could ever throw in my face because I've lived a very hardworking life. I've never tried to throw nothing in their face, but I know a lot about them. Obviously, you know, that's how family works. They found out one thing that I guess they assume I might have some type of shame or guilt over. They will use this one piece of information, a medical piece of information about something I had no control over, to attack me. That's what they're doing. So all of them have done that, and my youngest brother did it recently. So I got a lot to say about this. One, like I said, there's no shame in my game, and transparency for me is the name of the game. You guys like my shades? I got them from Vegas. I have every intention on sharing this piece of information eventually on my channel because I believe it can help others. But my siblings think that it's something that I should be ashamed of. And so they seek to shame me. And you believe that? Family. This is family now. Now, I'm not naming names. I haven't put pictures with faces. That's all I can do for y'all. I cannot let y'all wreak havoc into my life. I have a lot of chronic illness and things that I fight every day. Mental, physical, emotional, that I fight and deal with every day because of a childhood that I was born into, because of a life I was born into and didn't ask for. And as an adult, I make every move I can to have things be different. For them to throw a medical condition in my face that was inherited, that I have no control over, I don't want to fuck with them anymore. So let's be clear. I cannot have people like that in my life. Any way, shape, or form. No way, no how. As I told you guys before, I got the stuff off my chest. I was planning on moving on. I wasn't planning on talking about this stuff anymore because for some reason, like, my siblings seek attention. And if it don't apply, let it fly. If you're a sibling of mine and you don't feel like I'm talking about you, like I said, unfortunately, it's a lot of you niggas. If it don't apply, let it fly. Let it fly. Let it fly. Everything that I know about them, and I've never thrown anything in their face, the choices that they've made, this is not a choice for me. This is a medical condition supervised by trained professionals. I moved to New York. I moved to Buffalo. I moved away from y'all. First chance I got to live my own life because you guys are stuck in toxic cultural norms that you want to solidify for yourselves. I don't want those things solidified in my life. I don't want my kids to enter toxic environments, abusive environments, dangerous environments, hostile environments. So I talked a bit about, hypergamy stealers, and I'm gonna weave that into here as I went for a bike ride, and I was not happy because this was recently after I was once again verbally assaulted, and I will end it with this for myself. If that continues to happen, I will call the cops and I will press charges and I will sue. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm not asking you guys to interact with me. So for you, the only way that you can interact with me is to be negative, to like get a reaction out of me, because elsewise I could care less. That's sick. You need to grow up, get your life together. Stop talking about me, get my name out your mouth. Find something else to talk about. I don't talk about y'all over here. My husband is such a nice guy. And we would have such amazing days if I didn't have days where people were literally attacking me. You know what I'm saying? Where they understand that I'm not a person that's just gonna be like, doop-a-doop, not that same day. First, I gotta flip it and reverse it, all right? First, I gotta address the issue. So I think I've addressed the issue. Y'all be well. All right, I'm gonna keep talking about my experiences. I'm gonna keep doing the exact same shit I was doing before y'all thought y'all was gonna come over here and bully somebody. Okay, because it might be only 50 people watching the video. It's 50 more people that's watching you. And I'm fully covered. I don't have to show my ass to get attention. 50 people or nah. I've accepted what comes with making the choice to not do things the way your family wants things done. I've accepted that. I've spent a lot of Christmases and Thanksgivings by myself. That's fine. I've had at least 5 birthdays at this point where 1 to all of my siblings have not reached out to me. And I know so many people, I see so many people and their relationships with their siblings are amazing. I tried so hard to imitate that. Those people know that. I've cried on their shoulder and been like, what can I do to get that dynamic? You can't do shit, you can't control people. So I'm gonna let it go. Can do nothing better, so let it go. Everybody's out on the floor, don't you know? Is that in sync? Anyways, let it go. I like to focus on what I can do. If that's not working, then I'm gonna move on. My position remains. Don't let anybody steal your joy. I've worked too hard for mine. Good girl, Cersei. Good girl. A large part of me has empathy for them because there's a lot of mental and physical and personality disorders that have not been recognized. But at the end of the day, those are not my problems. I worked really hard to make my own life for myself, to have a different life for myself, the life that I want to have. I have a right to live the life that I want to live. My mother passed before she was 40 years old. And when you lose someone that young in your life, when you lose your mother that early in your life, that early in her life, it makes you very preoccupied with health. And, my health suffers because these are people that I care about and they understand that. But I don't want their innate negativity towards me in my life anymore. And I suffered with this for years. I suffered with this living with them growing up. I suffered with this for years in college. And I refuse from this point further. So I wanted to make it very clear to them that if you want to force my hand and have me come on here and talk about issues I'm not ready to talk about at the moment, I'll be happy to do that. If I have to talk about my issues and my medical diagnoses and all of that, I'm going to talk about your issues and your medical diagnoses as well. Please understand that. If that's how y'all want to play it, and y'all think y'all going to force my hand, and y'all think y'all going to embarrass me, and y'all think that you have something over me now for once in your fucking lives, you will never have shit over me. Play your role, stay in your little dirty ass lane. Okay? I understand that y'all think that joining together you can make me fall, but you can't. I will get on this bitch and show pictures and say names and tell stories if you fucking all keep calling and texting me with your negativity, throwing something in my face that I don't have any control over. That's on God. That's on my mother and my grandmother. I promise you I will do that. And we can all go up in flames. Stay out of my fucking life. It's a damn shame I have to cuss you out and block you and do all this shit to get y'all to leave me the fuck alone. I told you, I want to do a lot better. I want to have a whole better life than I had. It don't mean shit to me to say I'm not doing a hardcore drug. I need to be achieving more in my life than just not being a part of the crack epidemic. Okay? We are not the same. I don't want to live in the same places. I don't want to eat the same food. I don't want to do the same shit. I want y'all to leave me the fuck alone. Like you always do until you need something and you have no choice but to contact me because I'm the one that doesn't fuck up 24/7 and give my time and energy to everybody else 24/7. So have fun with your phony, fake friends and family members that you've built for yourselves who have never helped y'all out financially. Don't call y'all to be a part of their now lives with their spouses and children because nobody does that. Have fun, and so now you're trying to bully me because all y'all got. Oh, fucking well. And if y'all don't have anybody in y'all life who will let y'all know that y'all fucking up and that y'all wrong for how y'all behaving, then fuck them too. If y'all have nobody in y'all life who will let y'all know that throwing something that somebody has told you, are you stupid? Are you dumb? It don't take a rocket science to know the kind of shit you can say to somebody and the kind of shit that you can't. When you do it to me and then I go right back at you with shit that bothers y'all clearly see that that's wrong. All of a sudden now you can't put shit in the past. Put those videos in the past. You have to apologize, you have to atone. I'm not gonna just give forgiveness. That's not how it works. God and Jesus don't just give forgiveness. You gotta give penance. You gotta put something on it. I got 5 on it. What you got? So the reason why past aggressions are brought up, dummies, is because this is a pattern with you people. That's why I bring up the past aggressions. Do you understand? That's why I bring up you people have a history of trying to bring me down. That's why I bring it up. Not because I'm obsessed with the past or I give a fuck about you. Nobody gives a fuck about y'all. That's why y'all try to get attention from me. Instead of leaving me alone, you'll get it any way you can. Have some dignity. And finally, I will leave you all with this. One of the insults that they love to throw at me is, well, if your husband has money, why are you upset about me throwing something traumatic in your face? If your husband has money, does that make sense? So your poverty mentality ass thinks that because we're not in poverty and struggling on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that we would have no issues whatsoever in life. Well, that's a poverty mentality. But more money, more problems. You wouldn't know shit about it. That is a joke. To try to insinuate to someone that because your partner is white and they have money, you should have no problem with me treating you like shit. Fuck out of here. Try that shit on Twitter, man. Get the fuck out of here. Try it on somebody that gives a fuck. I promise it ain't me. I expect nothing more, nothing less from them. They've never given me any more, any less, but their asses to kiss. So the brother that called me, all right, let's go over the entire story of it all. He was the one that was not invited at all to the wedding because I don't have a relationship with him. I don't have a history with him, which is what he chose in his adulthood. He turned 18 and therefore he became an adult. And he was still treating me in a very egregious manner. He was still treating me in an egregious manner that he was treating me when he was a teen, yet he was no longer a teen. So I don't need that. I didn't choose to give birth to you. I don't care what order we came in and that you came in last. You're not a baby. Nobody in the family cares that you keep calling yourself the baby or talking about how you were born last. Nobody gives a fuck. Stop acting like your shit don't stink. This boy has the nerve to say to me, have fun being alone. And, you know, just like my sister shouted at me, haha, I have a baby and you don't. Again, these are the things that they do. Shouting at me, haha, I have a baby and you don't. That's why you're going to be alone and you're not going to be with your family. Bro, I haven't seen you in 10 years. I don't know who you are and I don't care. Seriously, like, I'm so sorry. Like, your delusions only work together. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, your delusions only work as a unit. They don't work if you're all sitting around in your fucking lame-ass apartments staring at the wall. They only work if you get together and talk about how much you hate me. And that's fine. Keep my name out your mouth. Broke fuck. He's always giving me, like, you should be doing more for me because I'm the baby of the family vibes, which he does to everyone. And he has been below average all of his life because he has a victim mentality that he is a baby. You're not a baby. And whoever's baby you are, they should have done you right, bruh. Nothing to do with me. If y'all keep throwing shit in my face, I'm gonna throw your shit on YouTube. I cannot make it any clearer. As I said before, this channel is for me to get my goals in place, okay? And I have a goal to make 3 videos a week. And if you interrupt that process, I'm gonna make one of the videos about you. Fucking period. We can all go down in flames. I don't give a fuck. People from Nazareth watch these videos. Your extended family members that you're so obsessed with that don't give a fuck about you watch these videos and be in the comment section, okay? So we can do that. I promise you, you all are the least interesting thing I have ever talked about on this channel. And nobody cares about y'all. You can sit there and say, for 50 views, my channel has almost 1 million views. How many views have y'all gotten? And for what did you have to do to get them? How many views have y'all gotten out of y'all lives? Did you get paid for it? And what did you have to do to get somebody to pay attention to you on social media? Shut the fuck up. It's a lot of projecting. right? You're selfish when really they're selfish. I paid for everything for my destination wedding. All they had to do was show up and not fight and be violent. They don't know how to do that. There was still fussing and fighting at my wedding. Quiet as it's kept. There was still stuff thrown and broken that we had to pay for. There were still attitudes and ungratefulness, okay? All right, thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.